at the castle. The castle. That should sound strange to us, since it refers to a dwelling that faded from history long ago. And yet, modern films, television, and books about the Middle Ages continue to enchant and captivate us, while other phrases such as, "my knight in shining armor," conjure up images of long ago, unknown to us, and yet still familiar. And while the images of knights in armor and of castles strong may fade as generations pass, here at Medieval Times, we believe there is one touchstone from that distant past that should never fade away. And that is the Code of Chivalry. A set of rules created 1,000 years ago to govern the conduct of the noble class, to impart fairness and respect, compassion and understanding. For the next 20 minutes, with the assistance of Her Majesty the Queen, the Chancellor of the Castle, and the Knights of the Realm along with their retainers, we will explore the Code of Chivalry, and through the lessons taught therein, we hope to show you how that ancient code might become part of your daily life.
Medieval Times is proud to present a program that we call Chivalry in Action.
Since today's visit to the castle is educational as well as entertaining, we have come up with some questions that we hope will interest you. So listen closely. We'll check your knowledge as we go.
In other news, a community soccer league has become the focus of an investigation into widespread bullying among the players.
Our members are sworn to valor. Their hearts know only virtue. Our blade shall defend the helpless, and our might shall uphold the meek. Let our words speak only truth, and our wrath defeat the wicked. This oath is our bond.
Saluted a 9-year-old girl who stepped in and put a stop to the bullying incident before it could get out of hand.
The diverse group, which was comprised of kids from across the city, raised enough money with the campaign to send tons of food to the stricken region.
Thank you.
Their hearts know only virtue.
If you're not wearing your hat, you have to bring the side of
How come preparations for the feast to be held at the tournament?
Always being prepared, my lady. As a matter of fact, I had a meal prepared for you, so that you might give your approval before they serve to your noble guests.
And might I add, your grace, the Chancellor has outdone himself. A feast fit for a queen, if ever there was one.
Oh, why, thank you, Lord Marshal. But, how could you possibly know, eh?
Well, my lord, I may have had a nibble. Just a nibble.
Enough talk, my lords. I'm starving. Bring out the feast.
May Gwendolyn, Her Majesty will dine. Here, Her Majesty's a feast truly fit for our visiting nobles, prepared in our own kitchens.
And sure to become another jewel in your crown, a feather in your cap, as it were. Another one in the wing column, Your Highness.
Oh, hush! Well, put it down, Gwendolyn. Now I am prepared to be amazed.
Oh, look out!
Are you all right, my lady? Useless girl. My queen, your gown.
Oh, it's nothing really.
Clumsy girl. What backward village have you come from? I warned the master of the household about allowing these ignorant peasant girls to serve.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my lady. I didn't mean...
Yes, your majesty, forgive her. The lowborn have no place in your household. I shall have her dismissed at once, and her family shall be taxed to pay for the damage she has caused.
Lord Marshal,
That is out of the question. Are you all right, Gwendolyn?
My lady, you don't mean to allow her carelessness to go unpunished?
That is exactly what I intend to allow.
But the meal, which had been prepared so carefully, it's ruined.
Well, it isn't that, but it can be made again. Go, child, send someone to clean this up, and tell the master of the household that the queen shall require a new meal to be served. Now, compose yourself, and think no more on this.
Well done, Majesty.
Your house will go to rack and ruin, your grace, with such as she in your service.
A simple mistake, Lord Marshal, quickly forgotten. Let us recognize the contribution of all, regardless of their station in life.
And recognize also that though mistakes and accidents may take place, ours is to forgive and treat those with whom we share our daily lives with respect.
Respect, compassion, and understanding.
It is well said, your majesty. And for my part, I have acted hastily and unfairly. With your permission, my lady, I will take my leave and seek out the serving girl and make right any wrong done.
It is wise.
And honorable. Make haste, my lord.
Time to test your knowledge. We've come up with some questions that we thought would be fun to share with you. Don't be shy. If you think you know the answer, shout it out. We'll give you some choices to think about, but only one will be right.
We'll call the choices A, B, C, and D. Ready? Here we go. Practicing understanding is a keystone of chivalry in action. The Queen is aware of this and makes it a part of her daily life. How would you have handled the toppled tray and come to the aid of serving girl Gwendolyn? A, by being fair to all and protecting the weak. B, by embarrassing the Lord Marshal for his behavior. C, by having the serving girl dismissed from the Queen's court. Or D, by ignoring the accident and the remarks of the Lord Marshal and ordering another tray.
Demeaned or abused for a mishap is against our code of chivalry.
Our blade shall defend the helpless.
Happening? This has gone on for 9 minutes already.
Sir Knight. Arms for one tossed about in the storm of life.
Let us halt, squires.
I pray you, look kindly upon one so poor, good captain. A crust of bread, or perhaps a coin, Sir Knight, so that I might feed my poor family.
Let us away, my lord. The roads have become clogged with such scoundrels as this, seeking to remedy their laziness and sloth with handouts from those who earn an honest day's pay. Get you gone, wretch!
Your words are rash, squire, and too quick to the mark. Who's to know the past that have led this man here? Tell me, fellow, from where do you hail?
A small village, your grace, of no consequence. A half-day's walk from this very road. The harvest was small, the winter a cruel one, and my children go hungry. I ask only for them, brave knight.
My lord, night settles all around us, and the road ahead is long. Let us leave this peasant to his begging, and make haste for the castle of Don Joffrey.
It is true, young man. I am a peasant, and yet I have not always been so. For who has not been brought to circumstance at some time or another that requires us to set aside our pride, and to seek food, shelter, or friendship from strangers?
Friendship?
Silence! Have you not been taught the lessons of compassion, of understanding? Charity is the duty of a knight. It is through our charity to others that we are measured, and through our kindness and understanding that we may one day be remembered. We carry no bread, fellow, but take these coins and use them to provide for your family.
You are kind, Sir Knight, and my thanks are with you. Forgive me.
You are unwell, and have no shield to guard against this cold. Here, take my cloak.
No, your grace. Let him take mine. For I have been without pity, and for a moment lost touch with charity and understanding for one less fortunate than I.
It is well done, squire. Well, it is a short journey to the castle of a friend, where we will break bread and rest for the evening. Journey with us, and a place shall be made for you. Let us away.
Love you.
The traveling knight extended some of the true tenets of the code to one less fortunate than himself. Which elements of the code did he extend? A. A crust of bread and some coins. B. A cloak against the cold. C. Understanding, generosity, and charity. Or D. Free advice.
Is C. By understanding and sympathizing with the plight of the man he encountered on the road, the knight put chivalry into action with his understanding and his charity.
Uh-oh. Take a tap.
Our might shall uphold the meek.
I see the queen.
Oh no! They're going to fight! The 6!
Overseer Squires, why has the arena been prepared as I ordered?
It's his fault, Sir Knight. We were prepared for the tournament as you ordered, but this idiot fell down and broke a lance.
Are you all right, young man?
Yes, my lord.
Leave that. How did this happen?
I was tripped from behind, my lord, and fell, breaking the lance.
That's a lie.
He can't do anything.
Just look at him.
Never fit in with us.
Accusing someone who is in training to become a knight and to one day take the oath, well, to say they are lying, that is a serious accusation. And as for him being different, we are all different. Young man, go to the armory and fetch another lance to replace this one. As for the rest of you, clean this up.
But my lord, we didn't make the mess. Why should we be the ones to clean it up?
Do as you are told, and without further talk. For I suspect some injustice has been done here. Gather round, squires. The time has come for us to talk about the oath that each of you hope to take one day. An oath that requires you to fight wrong where you see it, and show fairness to all, and accept them as they are. But above all else, a solemn pledge of honesty. Is that understood?
Well said, Lord Marshal. I ask you, young squires, which of you has never made a mistake, or allowed a wrong to be committed without speaking up? And yet, when we allow the weak to suffer at the hand of the strong,
or fail in our oath of fairness to others, then we have failed another part of the oath. And that is that we dare to do right. That we have forgotten that true citizenship and harmony lie in our decision to not join in when others are mocked or bullied.
and not our refusal to take part in bullying those whom we find to be different than ourselves, will allow us all to embrace what makes us unique, and not to fear it.
One day, if you pass the test of knighthood, you will encounter many people unlike yourselves. People who will look to you for strength, for protection from attack or ridicule, and fairness in your dealings with them. And now, with the lessons held within our code fresh in your minds, tell me again, what happened here?
It was I, Sir Knight. If I roll on it, I am ashamed. I do not fear your punishment, for I have earned it.
No, honesty shall not be punished. Many people are afraid of things that are unfamiliar to them, of people and customs they do not understand. But the code of chivalry teaches us to respect one another and treat all to fairness, regardless of our differences. Do you understand? And you, young man, do you understand?
I do, my lord. Perhaps if I were to dress in a tunic of like color, as the others are dressed, I could fit in.
I forbid it, Squire. The code of chivalry requires that we practice understanding of our differences and accept each man or woman as unique, including the clothes they wear.
Instead, have them don these garments, my lord, of each unique. They celebrate diversity, and yet are united under the same banner.
The same banner indeed, one of right over wrong, of fairness and of loyalty.
Well said, your majesty. Remember, my young lords, what you have learned this day, and let it be your guide on your journey to knighthood and long after. Now, make sure the arena is prepared and retire.
There they go. That's funny. Chivalry. It's hard to learn. Can we actually see the fight now? How do you know?
Down through the centuries, this teaches us to respect one another and to treat all with fairness, regardless of our differences. Can you name it? Is it A, the Knight's Code, B, the Way of the Sword, C, the Code of Chivalry? Or D, the Canterbury Tales?
The correct answer is C, the Code of Chivalry. This centuries-old philosophy is based on honesty and respect.
Here's another.
Which of the following do you think would not be part of the Code of Chivalry? A. Making fun of the way someone is dressed. B. Helping a classmate with an assignment that they don't understand. C. Taking responsibility for something wrong that you have done. Or D. Accept and welcome people from other cultures and backgrounds.
The correct answer is A. Making fun of others is a form of bullying. Whether you do it at school or on the internet, bullying is wrong and goes against the Code of Chivalry and good citizenship.
He is right, guys. I'm posting this on YouTube. I will if I have a YouTube account. Yeah.
Let our words speak only truth.
Is that a blacksmith? What's happening?
Chancellor was furious. Seriously? Off the stage. Whoa, that must have been wicked.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be practicing. Come on, get busy.
Did you hear about the wench nearly knocking the queen over with the serving tray?
I heard the girl ruined the queen's dress. Valiente said she did knock her over. I heard she was thrown in the dungeon. Really? Someone told me she was going to be whipped.
Hold on. First of all, were any of you guys there when this happened? Then you have no right spreading tales of something you didn't see, or repeating gossip you heard from someone else who wasn't there.
Ah, Sir Robert, how go the preparations? That will all be nice and ready for the opening of the tournament.
They will be, Cedric. They were distracted.
Distracted? What could be more important than a tournament? Distracted how?
Pardon, Cedric. We were regaled by a tale of high comedy involving a low-born idiot of a girl from the scullery.
Oh, high comedy is it? Tell me more.
Well, the story going around, Cedric, is that a girl in Her Majesty's service nearly knocked the queen off of her feet.
Go on.
Some of the others have heard that she ruined the gown the queen was to wear to the tournament today, and that for her clumsiness, she has been clapped in irons.
That the dress cost a fortune.
And who among you was there to witness this account? Aha, it is as I thought. Spreading this sort of untruth is a dark practice. And beneath you, my lords, see how your young squires join in following the lead of those already lost in false tales and wild exaggerations. And honoring our oath, we should strive to do the right thing and not engage in this sort of gossip, nor should we allow others to engage in it.
You see, chivalry in action does not only mean that we be fair to all, but that we fight wrong whenever we hear and see it. And spreading this type of rumor is wrong.
What type of rumor is that, Cedric?
Oh, just some wild retellings of a little accident with Maid Gwendolyn. The entire story has been blown out of all proportion till the little or none of the truth remains.
Wild retellings? You mean gossip? My goodness, don't you have anything better to do? If you must know, there was a small mishap concerning my maid and I. She's loyal and trustworthy, and well above any scandal your rumors report.
Forgive them, your grace. They do not know the harm that the passing of all this gossip and rumors can do.
And all without a shred of truth. Let it be forgotten.
But there are pictures, Your Majesty.
Pictures? How can there be pictures? Is there a painting of my poor maid in her embarrassment?
No, Your Majesty. Technology. Brave new world. Time marches on. Things like Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, all of that. Here, I'll send it to you.
Send how? I have no magic device.
Nor do I.
Although it seems to me that as queen of this castle and ruler of this realm.
You should have been the first to get it upgraded, Your Highness.
Not to worry, Your Majesty. I will send it to the castle's email account.
What is that?
Ah, here, Cedric. See for yourself. Go on. No, that's not how it's used, like this, and to unlock the device there, and yes, there. No, that is not how you... One more time, let's try, all right. There you go. Press the button, there you go, and there.
Oh my goodness, so many unkind things being said about Maid Gwendolyn here. Oh, very unkind. Lord Marshal, what is unfriendly? I'm not familiar with the term. Ooh, look at it go.
I believe she's trending.
But this is all untrue and unfair.
That's not what it says here.
Or here. Or here. Or here either. Oh, 200 hits on YouTube!
This Lord Chancellor is a magical device.
Capable of great power.
And of great harm, for its power has been used unjustly. The maid merely toppled a tray. And no hurt came to our person, the maid, or my dress. Neither was she censured or punished. And to say otherwise is to show that you have been misled by what you have seen and read there.
And yet, my lady, the damage has been done.
And so it can be undone.
The code of chivalry teaches us upon our sacred oath to protect the weak, to be loyal to our friends, and fight wrong whenever we encounter it.
And so should chivalry in action be our guide when navigating this device of wonder. Lord Marshal, I think I shall keep it.
Sorry, my lady, it looks a little low on... Whoops! Really low on battery.
Battery?
All right, let us put this device of wonder away and get ready for the tournament.